Hello everyone, and welcome to World Foundations 1, the study of ancient people, cultures, and civilizations of the world. Before we get started with the course introduction, I'd like to give you a brief biography of myself. My name is Eric Griebling. I'll be your instructor for this course. Here you can see me in my evolution over the years from a blonde-haired little kid full of hopes and dreams, to a brown-haired youth about to go on a mission, to the majestic bald man I am now. I was born and raised and currently reside in Bakersfield, California, at the south end of the San Joaquin Valley. It's a sleepy little town despite being comprised of almost 400,000 people now. It sits surrounded by mountains which typically remain hidden by a thick blanket of dust and smog until the first rain of the rainy season. And when I say rainy season, I mean rainy hours. We average only about 3 inches of rain for the whole year in a non-drought situation, and we've been in a drought for the last 5 years. Even though I currently reside in Bakersfield, I have traveled around the country for almost a decade for school. I graduated from UC Davis in Northern California with a double major in European and Asian history. This blurry photo is the best one I could scrounge up at the moment. Then I promptly moved out to Honolulu, Hawaii, to acquire my master's in diplomatic and military studies from Hawaii Pacific University. That was a rough time living a mile north of Waikiki in the foothills of Manoa with just me, my apartment, my moped, and surrounded by tropical paradise. In all seriousness, it's more like if you took LA and dropped it onto an island, but with really laid-back and happy people. I went from Hawaii out to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to gain my PhD in history from Temple University. I just turned in my dissertation on the rise of the Professional American Intelligence Service during World War II. My hobbies, during what little free time I've had working full-time while completing school, typically involve either sports, guitar, or games of some sort. I have recently gotten back into board and tabletop games, including for the first time Dungeons & Dragons. I currently run 2 campaigns as Dungeon Master for a group in Bakersfield and another in Southern California in Irvine. I'm a fan of California sports teams, as might be suspected, having grown up a fan of the Dodgers, Lakers, and the San Francisco 49ers. I've played guitar since high school, and once played for over 5 hours straight for a wedding while living in Hawaii. However, my greatest love, hobby-wise, are games. I live and breathe video games, especially historical video games. I primarily play big strategy games on my PC, such as EU4, Crusader Kings 2, and the Hearts of Iron series, but I also play an assortment of other games like Overwatch, World of Warships, Diablo 3, League of Legends, Endless Dungeon, Armored Warfare, and many others, including many sports video games. I'm also currently embroiled in a game that recreates the Allied drive to Western Germany during World War II and includes hundreds of counters, and the map of which is about 10 feet long and 5 feet wide. But enough about me, what about the course? What exactly is World Foundations? We will be covering the rise and fall of many of the great civilizations of history through an investigation of their literature, art, music, philosophy, and history. We will be using 3 fundamental questions at the heart of our class discussions. Why are history and culture important? What can we learn from other cultures? And how are these subjects relevant to me today? These are questions that we will focus on answering as we embark on this odyssey together. So how do we answer these questions? We will answer them over the course of the class through a 3-fold investigation. First, we can come to better understand the people, cultures, and civilizations who came before through an exploration of their music, art, philosophy, and history. You will get a chance to interact with various civilizations through different media. Second, we will better understand the world and its history within a gospel context, including but not limited to how the Lord has interacted with the world, how he has prepared it for today, and how world events and cultures have affected Christ's followers. Think of Lehi and Nephi fleeing Jerusalem before the Assyrians destroyed the city during the reign of Zedekiah. Third, our investigation will help us appreciate the diversity of cultures and backgrounds all around us. We can learn so much from each other and provide our unique perspectives in class discussions to enrich each other's learning. I wish to leave you with this invitation, to utilize the Spirit of the Lord during your time in this class to help you to follow the Lord's commandment to study and learn and become acquainted with all good books and with languages, tongues, and people. As you study and ponder the materials presented in class this semester, I encourage you to consider your own ancestry and family history, or in the words of Malachi, "And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers." I thank you, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful semester and from learning more about each and every one of you through your participation in class discussions.